with the latest in the deadly shooting of Patrick Lioya, who was killed by a Grand Rapids police officer a week ago today.
This afternoon, we learned state police are hoping to get their investigation to the Kent County prosecutor by the end of the week, something the prosecutor believes is unlikely.
We also learned today that state police have not yet interviewed the officer who pulled the trigger. Police saying that his attorney has been on vacation.
News 8's Whitney Burney joins us now after talking to a legal expert about what these new developments could mean.
The attorney I spoke with today told me there is no deadline for the officer to speak to police, and if he chooses to, he doesn't have to speak at all. A week after 26-year-old Patrick Lioya was shot and killed by a GRPD officer, investigating department Michigan State Police are still awaiting a statement from the officer who pulled the trigger. MSP says the officer's attorney has been on vacation for the last week, which is prolonging the process, a process that attorney Randall Levine says requires time and patience from the community.
Let the process unfold and let the police do their job. Let the prosecutor have the benefit of a full review to see whether or not a crime can be charged or whether or not there was a justification.
Levine says the fact that the officer hasn't given a statement isn't necessarily a reason to ring the alarm.
You can speculate about what it means that he hasn't been interviewed within the time that they had hoped to have him interviewed, but I don't know that that's necessarily that significant in a case like this.
He added if the officer believes he would implicate himself criminally, he has the legal right to opt out of making a statement altogether.
You have a potential of a police officer being accused of an offense. He, like any other private citizen, enjoys the Fifth Amendment privilege. And I don't know what happened in this case, and no one knows what happened in this case, but he could potentially elect to exercise his Fifth Amendment privilege and not give a statement if he thought that he potentially could incriminate himself.
Grand Rapids police say the officer's decision on when to make that statement doesn't affect the investigation or if charges will be filed. Levine says no matter how the case ends on the criminal side of things, we're likely to see civil litigation in the months to come. Live here in studio, Whitney Burney, News 8.